Well, I put on about 7-8 kilos for this and got really lean and muscular, and then I lost 10 kilos for Homebound for Neeraj's film because so the first thing he said to me was like, so you have to lose all of it. I was like, yeah, I can do, I got you. He's like, no, Ishaan, you have to lose it all. I can't see a sinew on your body. Can you just look normal? I was like, okay, I'll try.
Normal.
Yeah.
But Ishaan's extremely fit.
No, but I have to tell you that 5 people sitting here.
As an ending note.
Yeah.
Yes. I think there can't be anything bigger than losing a parent. So for me, and also I was like a teenager then, and those were very, very challenging times for us as a family, because when you lose somebody, when you lose a parent to such a prolonged illness, your ecosystem breaks. Financially, emotionally, you're just scattered.
When your mom and dad separated,
Yeah. I mean, that's one event, but I was very, very young.
A difficult time specifically was when I was too young to comprehend it. So I lost my father when I was 7, but I was surrounded by this overly strong mother, so I didn't even know what grief meant. And it took a very long time for me to realize what losing that perfect image of 2 mountains, sky peeping, V-shaped crows, the fact that I could never have that.
I think we are so used to seeing our parents or our family as a touch point whenever we need them that we don't consider that's a privilege. And on tough days, on long days, sometimes you just want a home-cooked meal, or you need a hug from your sister or your mom or something like that. And I've been really fortunate. I know I'm getting really emo. Don't look at me. I'm getting emo.
Don't say that.
I've been very fortunate to build an incredible family of friendships.
For a really, really long time, we've missed a show that you can watch when you're really down. It'll make you happier. If you're happy, it'll make you happier. If you're not happy, it actually will completely lift your mood. And I have to tell you this, that I'm obsessed. I've only watched 4 episodes. I'm allowed to say this, that I've watched 4 episodes. And I'm so obsessed that I've actually only been annoying the team to give me the next 4 episodes before release. So let me tell you that, first of all, thank you for doing a show like this, because I think बहुत साल हो गए यार, हमको ऐसा शो चाहिए था. So welcoming the entire team, not the entire team but half of the team, in conversation with me only on my channel Nayansense. Thank you so much. We were just discussing, Rudrani, me, all of us were discussing that sometimes looks take over performances.
Yeah. Yes.
But this is that one show where you guys are looking really hot and it has nothing to do, it doesn't take away from the performances. Like when there are scenes involving each of you, which I'm gonna get into now, I feel like there's so much of emotions in everything. There's a character arc to everybody. But when you guys were given the roles, honestly, as an industry, it's a pity that it took the industry so long to put you guys in such roles, because you guys have been great actors. I've said this long enough. There are conversations about deserving people getting deserving roles. Do you sometimes feel like so many years, right, have passed? Did you ever feel that sense ki why isn't it not coming our way? Like what is going wrong? Ever, both of you?
You want to start?
Yeah. I think it's very easy to box people, and that kind of makes your job as creators also easy. I'm very, very grateful for the journey that I've had, all the opportunities that have come my way. I don't know why didn't this happen earlier, but it's fun. I'm genuinely having fun. I worked very, very hard. I remember right after Royals, because I started losing a lot of weight, and I was like, okay, I've done gaining 35 kilos. I've been on the other end of the spectrum. Let's try this as well, because here is an opportunity where this character, not just because I wanted to look good, I genuinely feel like Sophia Sam, she's a runner.
Yeah.
She's anxious, she has anxiety. I was like, how do you think she channelizes all of this? She works out. And we've shown bits of it in the show as well. And I was like, I think it's time that I kind of try that as well. And I've honestly done this for a character. Now tomorrow, if there's something else that comes my way where I have to go through physical transformation, I'm well capable of changing myself mentally and physically all over again. That's also something that I deeply, deeply love. And I do hope that after this, we have roles that are a bit more diverse.
Absolutely.
And I did not go chasing this. This literally came to me. I've never chased. I was like, "नहीं अभी urban लड़की के hot role करने हैं." Never. I'm all about what the character is. I'm all about what my contribution to that part would be, and how does that part challenge me and help me break the boundaries that I've created for myself. And she truly did. This wasn't easy for me. It's taken me 6 months of really working on myself physically in a very concentrated way, and in many ways dealing with tons of inhibitions that I had about myself, my body, the way I look, and unlearning so much about the craft that I'd learned over the last 8 years. It was, there's
And
work.
what a fantastic role. Actually, all of you, genuinely, and I genuinely love it. Loved the show, loved the characters. What about you? Did you ever feel that sinking feeling ki, I said this after The Perfect Couple. I messaged him and I said that it's difficult to look at you like a brother today, but I'm still going to say that you're looking very hot. I know everybody else is going to say a lot of things to you through the interviews. You are hot. I still look at you like a brother, but you are very, very hot on that show and here. But it took a Hollywood production to look at you that way first. Like, it's not like our people couldn't look at you that way if they really wanted to. Did that ever get to you, or did you ever think about it?
No, actually, I don't want to take a lot of time with this because I've been very fortunate in early 7 years of my career to do the kind of work that I've gotten to do. A lot of it, actually most of it, I have to take the onus for is by choice. There were some roles that potentially would have allowed me to explore, the glamorous side of me earlier. But I think I'm drawn to filmmakers. And I really wanted to push my craft early in my career, and it's just, I'm prone to myself, it's just who I am. Having said that, I think it came at a time when I'm ready for it. I think it came at the right time, and also I signed the Royals before Perfect Couple came out, or before anyone had seen anything of it. So, we actually even shot it before the Perfect Couple came out. So, so no, I wouldn't say that. Having said that, I'm happy it happened with this show. It's, it's 8 episodes. But beyond the superficiality and the glamour and the pizzazz and all that and the sex appeal, there is a character there also. And he's funny and he's crazy and he's entitled and he's deeply emotional and he's damaged and he's human. So that's what made it that much more exciting for me, is that I get to live in this skin, not just show it off. And so that's that for me. I would want to give a shout out to Bhumi though, because when you talk about, we talk a lot about male actors that have these chameleonic tendencies and can physically change themselves, and Bhumi's done that time and again. And with this show, I think that conversation is going to be, everywhere. So really, it's not easy.
I totally agree.
It's not easy, man. I've done it. I did for my first film. I lost 10 kilos in 12 days. And it took a big toll on my health, and it wasn't the healthy way. I tried the healthiest way I could possibly do it, but it's not. Eventually, it's not. It takes a toll on you, and I did that after the Royals as well. I put on about 7-8 kilos for this, and got really lean and muscular, and then I lost 10 kilos for Homebound, for Neeraj's film, because so the first thing he said to me was like, "So you have to lose all of it." I was like, "Yeah, I can do. I got you." He's like, "No, Ishaan, you have to lose it all. I can't see a sinew on your body. Can you just look normal?" I was like, okay, I'll try.
Normal.
Yeah.
But Ishaan's extremely fit.
No, but I have to tell you that 5 people sitting there.
As an ending note.
Yes. There were days I was like, how does it feel? This micro muscle, how has he developed that? Because, obviously I've been on a journey, and I really appreciate the hard work.
He was the horse riding.
I was like, how? I said, kaise ek cheese? But now it's sounding wrong.
But what are the wrong things that you guys have been hearing, all 5 of you, about your looks? I want to know. Now let's get to the fun bit. क्या बोला है जो थोड़ा awkward लगा, थोड़ा लगा कि यार मतलब अच्छा है, compliment है कि थोड़ा उस direction में जा रहा है, because what were you called that day? Snackable, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what's funny is, I have to clear this out. I was saying the show is snackable. When I said that's how they sold me, I meant that's how they sold me on the show, not sold me. So I have become snackable now.
No, but
they told me it's a very snackable show.
Akash
it's 30-35 minutes.
Yeah. Snackable.
He said that. Yes, he did. I don't know. I mean,
What are
like,
the-
I've worn
that's cute.
sweatshirts
It's a
most
cute
of the
term.
show.
It's a cute
It's a cute term.
But are you guys getting weird DMs on nothing?
I mean, I think no, guys, you all I've been
Radio
really-
silence.
Yeah, DMs
Yeah,
are
I
weird
would
only,
like
na,
you guys to
generally.
get weird in my DMs.
No,
Maybe-
but
maybe
that's
after
what
this-
I'm
maybe
saying.
after
the show
we'll get
DMs
more
are
DMs.
generally like a, you know, like a, okay, that kind of zone only, no?
Okay. No, I don't get it, thankfully. So, as long as...
So please send him.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't.
This trio is saying,
Nayansense.
please.
Please don't. Please don't. But you know, the characters, both the characters, go through a lot of emotional damage also, which we can't really discuss what it is, but there is a sign of emotional damage for both of you. But in life, in general, all of us are dealing with something that we are trying to cope up with. What's that one point in your life where you felt like it was extremely difficult for you to cope up with emotionally? We'll start off with you, Lisa.
I think just being isolated in a foreign country for 7 years is tough. Because I think it's easy to forget that, you know, like I not take for granted. I think, what's a better way to say that? I think we are so used to seeing our parents or our family as a touch point whenever we need them that we don't consider that's a privilege.
Yeah.
And on tough days, on long days, sometimes you just want a home-cooked meal. Or you need a hug from your sister or your mom or something like that. And I've been really fortunate. I know I'm getting very emo. Don't look at me. I'll get emo.
Don't say that.
I've been very fortunate to build an incredible family of friendships that have insulated me, including these wonderful people I got to work with. We've all gotten very close. And it's a privilege to have this.
Yeah.
And it's a different way to have, you know, it's a different perspective to have on what family can look like, and, you know, how to piecemeal that when 340 days of the year you can't physically touch them. So that's probably
I
the
totally
hardest.
agree with you, because it's
Yeah.
been 11 years that I've stayed away. It's not so much
It's
away. Maybe
tough.
it's Calcutta and Bombay, but there are just
like,
days
like
where,
California, but
where you feel like there will be a day where there possibly could be a sense of regret, and I know it. And
Yeah.
when I think about it, I overthink about it, and then there are days, because I was actually thinking about it in the morning, so it was a problem.
We're all gonna cry,
I'll
it's
just
fine.
move on.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, no. That's why I said let's.
Like a difficult time.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people know this because I have a very sort of strong exterior, but a difficult time specifically was when I was too young to comprehend it. So I lost my father when I was 7, but I was surrounded by this overly strong mother, so I didn't even know what grief meant. And it took a very long time for me to realize what losing that perfect image of 2 mountains, sky peeping, V-shaped crows, the fact that I could never have that. However, it wasn't just about a difficult time, but it was how I processed it through my music that I'm able to do what I'm able to do now. So I feel like all of my escape, all of my creative ventures is an ongoing process of me to just redefine grief for me as I grow up. And I morph and I change and I shapeshift.
How sweet. You, Vihaan?
I would say COVID was a particularly difficult time for me. I was fortunate enough that I didn't lose anyone really close to me. Touch wood, I know a lot of people have.
Yeah.
It was just very, it was this unknown thing, and you were locked inside a home for a very long time, and there were a lot of things that came to a head around then. Some things with my family, my own sort of mental health suffered. I mean, you have no idea what your career is going to be, you have no idea what the world's going to be. My personal relationships were sort of suffering. It all kind of came together, and I think it was a very difficult time, and I found some space when I got out of the city. I could get out of the city and just go to nature and like release all that. I think what Kavya said is that, you know, as artists, I think a lot of people, what we do is we use what we see in life and the pain to translate that into what we express.
Yeah.
And hopefully the more clearly we see the pain in front of us and accept it, the purer our art can be. So I think in a way, like, you know, pain can't exist without pleasure, but also art can't exist without that. So I think it's a blessing and a curse to go through these tough times in a way.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Bhumi?
I think there can't be anything bigger than losing a parent. So for me, and also I was like a teenager then, and those were very, very challenging times for us as a family, because, you know, when you lose somebody, when you lose a parent to such a prolonged illness, your ecosystem breaks. You know, financially, emotionally, you're just scattered. And anyways, as teenagers, you're going through a whole bunch of things. And then I had to kind of gather my life. I had to start working when I was 17, and suddenly from just living this perfect life, it was very challenging. And I was, I don't think I need to say any further, but definitely that.
Yeah, because that's what I called you and spoke to you about also about your character. About you, what do you think?
Nothing similar to my character, but I think for me the most damaging feeling is helplessness, being even emotionally feeling helpless, and that usually the most painful thing for me is to watch a loved one go through something. So with me, I kind of feel like I can get through it, because I think had an eventful life, so I've seen enough that has, you know, given me a sensitivity but a thick skin at the same time, or rather, let's not say thick skin because that's kryptonite for actors, but like an armor. So I feel like I'll get through it. Like whatever it is, I'll get through it. You know, my outlook is solution oriented. But it's when you see your loved ones.
But you've always been like this, because you know you know that in your family, my favorite person is your mother.
Yeah.
I think she is a warrior, and you were very young when it happened, right?
Yeah.
You have always been like this, or do you think that kind of
when
experience,
it happened? What do you mean?
When your mom and dad separated, like
yeah. I mean that's one event, but like I was very, very young, right?
Yeah.
But having said that, I think it's that's probably the philosophy or the approach that I maybe adopted from my mom, like that one of her warriors, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't ever get beaten down by life. I try to find a way through, because the only way is through, right? And then life is pain.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
But for me, it's very difficult to watch loved ones going through things. That is, I've been told I'm an empath, so that usually takes a harder toll on me.
Okay.
Sometimes I will push under the rug my own feelings, which is also not healthy, but I can deal with them better, I feel.
I will say, to your point, I think Ishaan had a really great way of, if anyone was having a hard day, to kind of get us into his room, make everyone coffee, have a chat, get comfortable with everyone. So I think he has a very nurturing and sort of caretaking energy.
Good point.
Oh, that's so sweet. We all do, huh? She does a Panto
all
Saulo.
This one too.
What's it called now?
So it goes without saying.
Yeah, she's just she comes and does like aura cleansing in the morning for everyone.
Saging the room.
She'll give you a dawai if you need one. We've all like a cute little family looking out for each other, like a tribe.
See, which is how people should be and humans should be, and that's gonna be the end of my conversation. But I hope, and I really, really request Netflix, take away anything that you want from me, but when the show releases, please get them for one day, when you give me an hour just to speak about everything that we can speak about, because there's so much about each character that you take away, and it cannot be like concised in an interview like this, which is a little short form. But all the best. There is a conversation about people who deserve to be here and who deserve to get what they are getting, and more than that, I think all five of you really are those people who should get everything that you desire for. And I hope the industry listens to this and sees the show and then gives you everything that you want. Thank you so much for all the love and the warmth.